I'm blue, kai ba bee ba ba ba, da ba bee da ba dee da ba da. Dude, wrong franchise. Hello and welcome back to another episode of ShowHammer, where we're talking about Star Wars Ahsoka, Season 1, Episode 6, and it's time for Thrawn. Okay, he's finally here. The show about Thrawn's return has taken up to episode 6 to actually show us Thrawn, and my goodness, it was worth the wait. His entrance was perfect. The Star Destroyer arriving, it looks a mess. It looks like he's really struggling to put it back together, but then you see underneath and all of the design. Oh, yes. Perfect. Ooh, I really like it. It looks fantastic. And then you see as it comes down around this large platform, like, is he actually going to try and land around that platform that they're waiting for him on? Yes, he is. What style? Ooh, so good. But even that wasn't it, because then the stormtroopers, they're all lined up like a proper army of Roman centurions, with the head stormtrooper with a kind of Greek face mask. Yeah, I really like this. But even that wasn't it, because they're all chanting. The music kind of fades into a transition into just the stormtroopers going, Thrawn, Thrawn, Thrawn. And then he starts marching through. Yes. That's how you do a villain entrance. Wow, that was so good. Now, I know that there are a few people on the internet that are complaining like, Thrawn looks a bit chubby. Yeah, he's a guy who's basically behind the scenes directing the fight. He's not out there down on the ground with the troops. He's going to have a bit of a punch, because that's the type of look you get when you're the desk jockey doing all the tactics behind the scenes. He's an older man. He's not going to be in full really good shape. I know that in the older books, and when you see him in some of the cartoons and some art and stuff like that, he's always the pinnacle, the modern model of a modern major general. He's got the six-pack or whatever. He's thin, he's wiry. But this is old Thrawn. This guy has been through the ringer. This is after the major battles of the Empire. The Republic's won. He's been out in exile. Yeah, he's gonna look a little bit worse for wear. But he's still Thrawn. The way he speaks, the way he moves, it's exactly what I expected, having read the books with Thrawn. Oh, what a wait, but perfect when he actually arrived. I really like this episode. So would have been being filmed while the previous episode with Ahsoka was being filmed, because Ahsoka's basically not in it. We see her at the start, and that's pretty much it. This is the story about Thrawn and how he interacts with the bad guys, the antagonists that we've seen so far. It's a story about Sabine finally finding Ezra Bridger. And Ezra, I did not expect him to look the way he does. He's got a kind of older Luke Skywalker vibe, but also the way he's living with these little guys. Oh, I love the little guys, the way they hide as rocks and stuff. He's living with them just in a nomadic lifestyle. He kind of has a Master Yoda vibe from Empire Strikes Back. I'm wondering if Ezra is finally going to be the one that actually manages to teach Sabine how to use the Force. We get that this is pretty much what's going to happen, because Sabine, every single time when she's in trouble, she keeps trying to use the Force and it doesn't work. When we first see her and she's trying to move some bricks, and then we see the dust move on the bricks, and it turns out it's not the Force. That rumbling we're hearing, that's not the Force. That's the Star Destroyer coming because Thrawn's arriving. I love the way it's doing this. Every time she tries to use the Force, it's not working. Is Sabine actually not Force active, or is Ezra going to be the one that finally unlocks it in her? He's got that kind of Master Yoda, older Luke look. I'm wondering if he's going to take on the role and Ahsoka's going to pass the torch or something like that. That would be interesting if that happens. But what was even more interesting, not just the way Thrawn acts around everyone, and he's calculating everything. He's doing the speech about just because you think a Jedi's dead doesn't mean they are, because they can come back, they can do all kinds of things. Like, yeah, this guy has taken to heart all of the lessons he's had to learn, and he's starting to integrate the Force and the Force users into his battle tactics in order to work around them. He's Alexander the Great. So there was this time when Alexander's army was going to be surrounded and attacked from all sides. So he developed a battle plan for being surrounded and won the battle as a result. This is Thrawn in action as well. Thrawn now knows that he has a problem with Jedi. They disturb how he would normally do his battle tactics. So he's now integrating that. He's planning for a Jedi assault. That's a very dangerous man right there, because he knows that he can now work on that and plan in what his opponents are likely to do into how he's going to defeat them. He's going to use their strengths against them. Brilliant. He's a really dangerous guy, but he's so easygoing. And I love the part where he says, yeah, I honour their agreement with you. I didn't know you were coming, but I'm going to honour their agreement. So here's a ride. Here's our details on how to find Ezra. Go on. And then once she's out of the area, okay, guys, when she finds Ezra, kill them both. You should know he's planning this stuff. It was so great. But of course, the mercenaries, the rogue Jedi, they're not part of Thrawn's plan either. So he's evil. He's evil. A bit of a slip of the tongue there, Freudian slip there. But he's eager to get rid of them too, because, yes, they might be on his side at the moment, but they're still tainted with Jedi from his point of view. So get rid of them, get them out of the picture so we can make it simpler. So well done. But look at the way his stormtroopers are. Do they look like they're proper stormtroopers, or do they look like they've been pieced back together after a stunning defeat? This is a guy who's put together an army of devoted people, but I have a feeling that they may not be alive. Remember a few episodes ago where Ahsoka cut that guy in half and all of the gas and stuff came out of him instead of a body? Is that what's going on with Thrawn's army? Because they look like they're pieced together. I have a horrible feeling that he's using the dead for his battles. And if he is, that's very interesting. But guys, what an episode. This is the best that Star Wars has been, I would say, since Rogue One. Honestly, it's better than Mandalorian, and I didn't expect that. Given the first couple of episodes, I was wondering whether this was going to turn out to be another disappointment. But no, this is good. This is good stuff, and I want to see more. I want to see what's going on with these Dark Jedi. They're looking for something. Clearly, this guy, Balin, he has a plan, but he's not letting on what it is. And I think his apprentice is starting to get a little sick and tired of that. I want to see next week's already. Disney, you have done damn good. I'm going to give this a ShowHammer rating of 9.9. It's almost perfect. I am adoring it. I want to see what comes next. Okay, guys, what did you think of this? Am I looking a bit too deep into things, or do you think I'm on the right track? What are your ideas of what's going to be happening, or who we're going to find inside those Stormtrooper shells? Let me know in the comments, and let's have a conversation. But until next time, I've been Zoe Cook-Robinson. You've been watching ShowHammer. Take care, and have a great day. May the Force be with you. If you like the show, please consider supporting me on Patreon. It really does help create future videos. That's patreon.com/Zoe Kirk-Robinson. And I've got an extra special thanks going out to Chief89, Sam Yates, Retro Mickey82, Mo Henry, and George Bortorini. Thank you so much, guys.